Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 13, 2025. The full moon this morning lights up your privacy sector. This area of your chart is much like a closet and is unaccustomed to a show of lights. What you see now can be surprising, but it can also lead the way to necessary changes. Letting go of the past in a meaningful way can figure strongly, although it's a process, so it's best not to rush anything. Your intuition has strong messages for you now. This lunation can spark a sudden and gent desire to heal, rest, replenish, and self-nurture. It's an excellent time to get in touch with what's been brewing beneath the surface. With a Mercury-Venus aspect also in play, communications with a partner or good friend are in focus. You're in a perfect position to come to agreements, make romantic clarifications or overtures, and share good times with people you care about. Things are looking up. Ideas and words flow easily, and you're looking for the positive in the news and information you come across now. Today's full moon will encourage you to yawn and lie low. You're always quite the workhorse, but this lunation will whisper from the depths of your solar house of seclusion, privacy, and mental health. The universe is telling you to slow down, rest, and recharge rather than build your legacy. While this isn't an explicitly romantic house, it can help you tap into your intuition about your personal life and reflect on where you've been. Also, if there is any baggage blocking you from living a fulfilling romance, meet with a therapist or specialist to move past the pain. You can make progress in that regard. Your big brain will make life considerably easier for you and everyone you work with. Today, you'll come up with brilliant ideas and solutions that will make customers and bosses alike swoon. Taking care of your body through diet and exercise is a lifetime process. So is taking care of your mind. With the current transits, this is a wonderful time to start read. Or do you already have one or two books you are working on, or doing other activities to stir your creative imagination? Keep your brain healthy. And we can never know enough about how the food we ingest affects our well-being, and which of the natural substances available to us can benefit our health most. The essence of your own vibration is occurring today, lending great strength to your ability to work as part of a team. Given your natural leadership and teaching skills, this is often our preferred way of getting things done. In fact, you may know better than anyone that there are projects that cannot be done solo. Let the flow of this day take you where it may, as you are certain to shine in any situation where communication with others is involved. It is just as the Sun is spending his first full day on his own in your work sector after Jupiter left yesterday that in the heart of the working week, he is being confronted by a full moon in a nostalgic and reflective part of our chart. This is a full moon that at some point during the Sun's month-long visit each year will always put how you know when to keep your work hat on and when to take it off to the test. After Jupiter has just spent the last 13 months pushing for job growth and expansion, or the expansion of whatever keeps you busy or occupies your time, this is a reminder that you can take your foot off the gas. As Jupiter settles into his first full day in your relationship sector in over a decade, there is a chance to use this as an opportunity to draw a new line in the sand. Mercury, the planet of communications returned 2 days ago, is going to make it easier to get and keep the communication lines open. But with Jupiter here until June 2026, it is important to see this as just the start of a journey. Taurus, something solid begins to shift, and that's okay. Quote of the day: growth often looks like change you didn't ask for. Color: forest brown, rooted yet alive. Lucky numbers: 4, 9, 12. Athena. Style or emotional boundary might need revision. Security comes from trust, not control. Give yourself permission to release old plans. Our eyes in the sky. Here is your in-depth tarot reading for June 13, 2025, and today's energy is rich with possibility, emotional release, and meaningful perspective shifts. The cards pulled are the Empress, 7 of Cups, Knight of Swords, 4 of Swords, and the Sun. Today starts with the Empress, a beautiful reminder of abundance, nurturing, and the creative force that lives in all of us. Whether you've been tending to a literal project or simply trying to show up for yourself with more kindness, the Empress brings assurance that your softness is a strength. This energy invites you to lean into what makes you feel whole, whether it's time in nature, a heartwarming conversation, nourishing food, or even just being present in your body. There's something healing in slowing down and receiving the moment instead of chasing the next. It's often when we allow ourselves to be that inspiration strikes. If you've been neglecting your needs lately or pouring into others more than yourself, this is your invitation to come back to center. Think of it like watering your own roots. Next is the Seven of Cups, a card of choices and dreams, but also illusions. Have you found yourself mentally spinning lately, caught between too many options, second-guessing your decisions, or comparing your journey to others? This card shows up when our imagination is powerful, but our focus is scattered. You may feel drawn to several paths at once, unsure of which one to trust. The good news is, you don't have to have it all figured out today. Instead, what if you picked the option that made you feel most present and alive? Not what seems most practical or impressive, but what resonates in your gut. Give yourself permission to explore without pressure. Sometimes the most unexpected path leads us to where we need to be. Then comes the Knight of Swords, and this is where the tempo shifts. This card brings momentum, clarity, and action, but also a reminder not to rush so fast that we miss the here of what we're chasing. You might get a burst of energy today, a sudden idea, or the urge to speak your truth. Go with it, but also ground yourself. If you've been putting off a conversation or a task because of fear or overthinking, this is your green light to move forward. Think about the last time you acted on instinct and it paid off. You're being called to trust yourself in that same way again. Confidence grows through action. Following that, we meet the Four of Swords, a card of intentional rest. This one's important, especially after the intensity of the night. It's okay to need a breather. In fact, it's necessary. You don't have to earn rest by exhausting yourself first. Whether it's 10 minutes of quiet, a break from social media, or a full day unplugged, this card whispers that your peace is worth prioritizing. Think of it like this: even the strongest trees are still during winter, gathering strength to bloom again. If your mind feels noisy or your heart heavy, take a moment to step back and simply breathe. Stillness isn't stagnation, it's sacred. Finally, we close with the Radiant Sun, one of the most uplifting cards in the tarot. It brings warmth, optimism, and the feeling of finally seeing clearly. This is a card of joy and renewal. If you've been waiting for a sign that brighter days are ahead, this is it. You may receive good news, reconnect with someone who uplifts you, or simply feel a wave of gratitude for how far you've come. Don't underestimate the power of those small joys today, the way the light hits your window, the sound of someone's laughter, or the relief of releasing a burden you didn't know you were carrying. Sometimes it's those little sparks that rekindle our whole spirit. So today, June 13th, brings a reminder that growth isn't always loud, decisions don't have to be perfect, and joy can sneak in even on the days we didn't expect it. You are allowed to bloom gently, act boldly, rest freely, and believe in what's possible for you. Even if you can't quite see the full picture yet, I'd love to know what part of today's reading spoke most deeply to you. Have you been navigating big decisions, or learning how to rest in a fast-moving world? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's open a space where we can all reflect, support, and grow together.